What's up, everybody? This is the Gridiron Gilly Show. I'm the host, Gridiron Gilly, and this morning I have Coach Scott Ponder with the Mount Enterprise Wildcats with me. Coach, how you doing?
I'm good today. Thanks for having us.
Yes, sir, absolutely. Coach, just tell me a little bit about yourself. I don't know anything about you, where all you coached at, and what drew you to Mount Enterprise. And if you want, you can talk about your staff and your players as well.
All right. Well, I grew up in Tennessee, Texas, and played college football at Northwestern Louisiana for 2 years and Midwestern State for three. When I got done playing in Midwestern, I was a GA and then was a part-time assistant coach there for 4 years. My first job was at Petrolia, Texas. Went there as defense coordinator. I was a head coach 2 years later. Been a head coach AD for 25 years now. It's my 25th season. I've been at head coach at Petrolia, Wichita Falls Rider, Iowa Park, Bells, Center, La Prairie, and now Mount Enterprise. I've been here for 4 years. Really have enjoyed being a Wildcat and excited about the things we have going on here, and just looking forward to competing and staying here for a while.
Well, Coach, this is my question. What drew you to Mount Enterprise?
Say again?
What drew you to Mount Enterprise?
I wanted to get back closer. My mom's still in Tennessee there, so I wanted to be close to the area. So that's kind of what got me, to this region. Try to be near home as much as I could, and it's been a good stop. It ended up being my favorite stop I've had.
And this season is year 4 for you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you've been there for a few years.
Yeah, so it's been a good stop. But we got a good group of kids. They work hard, got great attitudes, and we're excited about the possibilities.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, you started the season pretty hot, 3-0. You beat Carlisle, you beat Alba Golden, and you beat Maud. And this week you have Shelbyville at Shelbyville. It's their homecoming game. What do you see from them when you watch them on film, Shelbyville?
Uh, Extremely well coached. Very impressed with Coach Wallace and his staff. We love what they do offensively. They have a high flying, exciting style of offense. Extremely athletic at running back. Got a young, very athletic, very talented quarterback. They have a big, strong offensive line. They've got talented receivers that are going to be a threat all over the field. They've got an intricate play action passing game. They're going to bootleg you. They're going to play fake you. They're going to do all kinds of stuff to get you out of position. They've got a zone based running attack, and they'll also run some counter sweep. They run counter sweep multiple ways. So it's a simple system, but it's multiple. It's going to be a real challenge for us to try to defend what they do offensively. They're going to really put a lot of pressure on us. Defensively, they're going to be very aggressive. They've got some big, strong kids up front. They play hard. They're winners. These guys all play basketball and baseball. And Shelbyville arguably has the one of the best athletic programs in East Texas. They've won the Lone Star Cup. They do a great job. Coach Wallace and his staff do a wonderful job of having kids compete all year long. The Shelbyville kids are winners. We're going to have our work cut out for us.
I was talking to someone the other day from Shelbyville, and they haven't won a game this year yet, but they honestly, in my opinion, they have a really tough non-district schedule and a tough district as well. So I think that tough non-district schedule will prepare them for that district, though, in my opinion.
Absolutely, that D1 district's one of the best in the state of Texas. And you can argue that, I guess, with who you talk, depends on who you're talking to. But them guys are, everyone in that district's talented, well coached, great programs, wonderful facilities. So it's a real dogfight of a district, and so I'm sure they'll be prepared for that.
Mount Enterprise, they are 2A Division II, Region 3, District 11. Last year, Lovelady won that district, followed by Overton, Grapeland, Mount Enterprise 4th, and then you had Alto, Tenahawk, Cushing. This year, the experts, as I like to call them, they have it sort of the same. They just have Overton and Grapeland switching places. What do you see when you look at this district?
It's a very tough district. It's a district that is very well coached. It's teams are tough. They're talented, and I think it'll really come down to who's the healthiest team at the stretch of the district. That's a pretty big factor in the order of the district last year, and I'm sure it will be again this year. If whoever out of them schools is the healthiest is going to have the best chance to come out.
I've seen Mount Enterprise play, I think last year. Yeah, last year whenever y'all played Shelbyville. Great game.
Yes, sir.
You got a lot of returning kids, a lot of talent on that team. Do you want to talk about your kids at all?
Yeah,
Offensively,
absolutely.
defensively, whatever?
We, we've got a senior laden ball club. We've got probably our top prospects, a kid named Kagan Ash. He's been an all-state player for a couple of years. He's an early commit to Texas Tech. Uh, they recruited him as a linebacker. He's an extremely talented running back as well. We think he's just as good a running back as a linebacker. Have another kid that's a pretty talented receiver and linebacker for us, Aiden Alsop. He has been a go-to for us for several years. We're very excited about some of the things that are happening on our defense. We have another kid coming back, Tanner Wilburn. He was an all-state player for us last year, made 141 tackles. He's on track to have another great year. He is another kid that's just been lights out for us. We've got a linebacker, quarterback, Joshua Bennett's been doing a wonderful job for us, playing great linebacker, very physical, doing a decent job for us at quarterback as well. We got a defensive line that we're proud of, a kid named Lucas Burkhart. He's 6'3", 225 pounds, so he's one of our bigger guys, really gets after on both sides of the ball. R.J. Roberts has been a kid we've been able to count on for a long time, plays offensive line and defensive line, does a wonderful job for us. We're excited about what he's doing. And we've got another defensive back, Yabani Rubio, who's done a wonderful job for us. He's a senior as well, very tough, very hard-nosed type of kid. We have a kid that's starting in the secondary. He's also playing some receiver. Jace Webb's done a wonderful job for us. Excited about what he's doing. Got an underclassman that's had a good first 3 games. Joe Otwell's playing running backs, put up some good stats, and really has come in and given us a little bit of a 1-2 punch at running back that we have not had, and allowed us to maybe improve a little bit. We've got a kid that started for us for several years, Keaton Nichols. He's our starting center, does a wonderful job, extremely tough, plays hard, and is a leader for us. We have another offensive lineman, Alex Ward. He's playing defensive and offensive line, is doing a great job for us. Very excited about the job he has done. We got a kid that's new to us, has been a real standout so far. Coy Freeman is playing defensive back and receiver for us and doing a great job. We're excited about what he's doing. We have a kid that's starting for us. He's undersized. He's always been a running back, but he's played offensive line the last 2 years out of necessity. A kid named Antonio Hernandez. Antonio also plays a great linebacker for us. He's just tough as nails. I think the only thing he says is yes, sir, no, sir, and he just goes to work, and a guy we really feel like we can build our program around. We've got another kid that's doing a good job for us this year, Ryan McKelvey at defensive line. He's been an impact player so far and giving us some depth and giving us some quality reps and may really grow into being a pretty good ball player for us by the end of the season. We got 2 linebackers that are giving us some reps in reserve role. Case Piper is a sophomore, is doing a really good job at outside linebacker and also playing some blocking back for us. Harry Belgard is playing some linebacker for us and really giving us some quality reps as well. And we're excited about the job he's been doing too.
Yeah, the Ash kid. Everybody knows who that guy is.
Yes,
and what he's done at Mount Enterprise since he's been there. My question now, Coach, is what do you bring to Mount Enterprise offensively? Like, what offensive scheme does the Mount Enterprise Wildcats run?
Well, we've been a slot T offense the last 3 years. This year we're running kind of a version of the Art Briles spread. We're kind of a 2-back offense with 3 wide receivers and trying to play fast when the opportunity presents itself. It's allowed us to get our athletes in space, which kind of everybody says that these days, it's kind of, I guess, a coined phrase, but it allows us to spread out a little bit. We love the slot T. The thing about the slot T offense, it is a 4-back offense, and we got one that was, so talented it was hard to feature him and have the misdirection to stay the way it needed to be. in the slot T. So this is allowing us to do some things. We actually are going to have a little more misdirection out of what we're doing now. Some of the blocking schemes that we're using in the spread now are some of the same things that we used in our slot T. So it's new and it looks different, but our linemen have been doing some of these concepts for a while.
Okay. Coach, now I'm just going to ask you a few questions that have been asked of me to ask from people who listen to the show. And the first question I have, this question came from one of my friends. He wants to know, who do you have circled on your schedule as a big game this year?
We got a lot of big games. When you talk about our district schedule, these guys can all play. Lovelady's really good, Grapeland's really good, Overton's really good. Alto is younger this year than they've been, but they're always talented and they're always tough. They're very well coached. Cushion's going to be a tough game. And Tenahall is, of all the places, if you do the history of Mount Enterprise football, our number one opponent is the Tenahall Tigers. They've played the Tenahall Tigers more than anyone else. So that's a big game for us as well. I mean, every district game we have is going to be a huge one. So there's not one that necessarily stands out. You talk about Lovelady, you talk about Grapeland. Them guys have legitimate chances to win this region. Overton was a 3-round playoff team last year, so you've got to give them strong consideration. This is a tough district, and it's big boy football, so they're all circled. And I'll tell you one that's very important to us right now is the Shelbyville game. We want to be able to line up and play with the big boys in the region when we need to be able to come over to Shelbyville on Friday night and compete well. So it's important for us to come over there and have a strong showing.
I like that answer. The next question I'll ask you, if you were to take over a program tomorrow of your choice, would you rather take over a program that has not had success at all or a program that has only had success?
That's a very dynamic question. I got a lot of experience in dealing with programs that are kind of, always the rebuild, and I think especially as you get to be an older coach and experience at the point where I'm at in my career, I think I really value coming in. My expertise lies in the rebuild. I want to find a program that has room to grow, that you can do some specific methods and practices to improve the program, from what you do in the off season to how you handle other sports, to how you handle football, to how you deal with the hallways, the teachers, and the administration. So I'm kind of a fan of the rebuild. That's where I would like to go. I think when you talk about, we're all trying to be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, but that's not always where you land. So I love that part of the business. I love working with kids. I love working with the junior high kids and the JV kids and watch them guys grow and build a program. And that's what I like about this business. When I get tired of that, I think I'll do something else.
But in your opinion, what is the value of a head coach?
I think the head coach brings the vision of the program. He brings the organization of the program. He ties all the coaches to the program. He is the mediator and the facilitator for everything that happens with the program. And from dealing with kids to parents to teachers to principals to where they're going to eat on Friday night and kind of what the vision of your program is. He's got to be the point man. He's got to be a leader. He's got to be a guy that brings, some instances expertise, some instances have the vision and the wisdom to, put them coaches in position to lead certain facets of the program. So as a head coach, you got to wear a lot of hats. It's a working man's job. This is not not the University of Texas. You talk about these small schools, you're going to have to fill in, sometimes coach in other sports. You're going to have to do maintenance duties as far as, make sure the field's ready to go or whatever the case may be. So it's a working man's job. And I think anything that is related to the program is the duty of the head coach. And unless you have assistants and people that you can lean on to help you with that. And so each staff is different. Each staff has different strengths. Some years you've got some guys that are strong in this area or that area. So your duties as the head coach kind of vary from year to year based on who you're coaching with, and so you got to be very, I guess, kind of multiple in the things that you're able to do.
A few more questions and then a scenario, and then we'll wrap up. Would you rather win a game 58-56, or would you rather win a game 6-0?
Uh, I'll take it either way. I don't care if we just want to win, shamelessly want to win. Uh, I don't really believe in style points. We want to get it any way we can. So we scratch out a win the defensive way, or we can fight for that win, a high scoring affair. So whatever, take it in any fashion we can get it.
Well, I've had a few coaches say the 6-0, they'd be upset with their offense not being able to punch the ball in a lot. But the 58-56 type games take some years off your life as well.
They're all tough, man. They all take years off my life.
But would you rather win a game by a game-winning touchdown or a goal line stand?
Well, game-winning touchdowns are really exciting. Them are always a fun moment. But I don't know if there's anything that's a better feeling than a goal line stand. I mean, them are they're hard to do, and they're more uncommon. Usually, once that offense gets the momentum, they just gets hard to stop them. And so, anytime you can bow your neck up and stop somebody on the goal line for a win, it's a wonderful. I got a new ice machine, and it's working well here today, making a lot of noise. Goal line stand's a wonderful way to win.
That's what I prefer too. The game-winning touchdown is more exciting, but the goal line stand is more of a test of character.
It's more common to win on a big offensive drive because it's so tough to stop the offense. Goal line stands are more they're rare, and when you get one of them, it's a great feeling.
So this scenario, you're in a tie ball game, 28-28. I mean, you can't really. You're just punching it in. You're scoring when you want to. They're scoring when you want to. Defense isn't really doing much to help either team out. It's just, they score, you score type game. But this game is 28-28. There's 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You have the ball, and you have it 4th and 6 on your own 45-yard line. Okay. So my question for you is, in this scenario, if you give these guys the ball back, if you punt it, they have 2 minutes left, and y'all haven't been stopping each other, so they could go down and score. If you go for it and don't convert it, they get the ball a lot closer. But also, if you do convert this fourth down, the 4th and 6, if you go for it, if you choose to go for it, you could very well go down and be able to punch one in as well. So my question is, take me through that.
I think I'd probably definitely go for it. I think the games, they ebb and flow even in the course of a ball game, just because you've had some trouble offensively or defensively. Sometimes your personnel can change throughout the course of a game with injuries or fatigue or a number of factors. So, some of that stuff weighs in as well. I think by nature, you got to go, you got to be aggressive and go for it in them situations when you feel like you have control of your own destiny on that, So I've always been a fan of going for it. I'm a fan of being aggressive. It's very seldom in a game like that that's back and forth do you ever want to sit back on your heels and say, hey, we're going to do the common sense thing and punt it and play defense. Sometimes that's not the best answer. If it's a real shootout, it's best to be aggressive and take some risk. And if you don't take risk, them are games that are hard to win.
And in those games too, it's best to do those in non-district, I feel like, because it's situational football and you see how your team handles it, and it'll better prepare you for district and playoff football, I feel like.
Absolutely. And the district is such a different animal, even from the playoffs. Your district opponents better. They know you, you know them. There's a lot of knowledge of each other. Even for a playoff game, as you get in the second, third, fourth round of the playoffs, you don't know as much about them guys as you do these district opponents. So sometimes them district games can be real doozies, and there's some real bold decisions made by coaches to try to win, and that are great coaching moves because you do know your opponent's personnel so well.
But this question, I've been through Mount Enterprise plenty of times. I've been to a lot of games in Mount Enterprise over the years. Um, and like you said, the Tenaha, that's the most common opponent. I've been to a lot of those games, specifically Mount Enterprise Tenaha. But say I decide to come to Mount Enterprise this game, or anybody for that matter, there's not a whole lot in Mount Enterprise. It's like a one horse town. I know there's a couple
Yep.
gas stations there, but you're likely to get hungry in that one horse town. So, what's the hidden gem? What cafe is there in Mount Enterprise to get some good food at, whether it be
Probably
lunchtime or dinner time?
uh, we've got Rancho's, a Mexican food restaurant that's pretty good, and then we've got May's Cafe that's good, and then of course we got a Water Burger, and you know, pretty nice, pretty good dining around Mount Enterprise, Texas. So pretty good vittles. I usually just eat in the school cafeteria. That's where it's at, man. It's Taco Tuesday today. Mr. Bear's whipping up the tacos. I'm gonna try to knock out about 8 of them myself. That way, I'm ready for practice this afternoon.
Yes, sir. Well, Coach, I appreciate your time and your cooperation. Maybe I can catch you down the road sometime, okay?
Yes, sir. I enjoyed it. Thank you for taking some time to talk about Mount Enterprise football.
Anytime, Coach. Hope y'all stay
Thank
healthy
you.
and have a great year.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Yes, sir.